So when the recording goes on, we'll start.
Recording in progress.
Welcome to the Universal Joy Center, Wednesday Joy Gathering. Surprise! I'm the Associate Minister, Sharon Mitchell, filling in for Reverend Barbara Jean. She's had a blip in the health continuum. Let's begin with a spiritual mind treatment. Closing your eyes if you choose. There is one divine source of all that is. It is every experience, every expression, and every individualization. It is such diversity and beauty and colors and sounds. It is all of the essence of everything that we see, taste, touch, or smell. And each of us, as individualizations of this creative power, is co-creative in that. We can demonstrate what we choose in our lives. Spirit offers many, many invitations and many opportunities, and we have but to say, yes, I like that one. And then you are totally supported in achieving, in realizing that, and having it revealed in life as experience. Knowing this demand upon the law and this recognition of the co-creative factor is done in mind. With gratitude, I let it be so. And so it is. And now our land acknowledgement. In the spirit of reconciliation and peace, we are grateful for the opportunity to meet on these sacred lands. We thank the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. We recognize our oneness. We realize our history. We choose to create a new reality. We are one. Miigwech. Our talk tonight is Belief is the Builder. You may want to have your journals handy, or you may choose to respond in the chat. Our beliefs shape our expectations and our lives. Let's begin with something simple, almost obvious, and profoundly easy to overlook. We do not experience life as it is. We experience life as we believe it is. As Ernest Holmes says, we are bound by nothing except belief. So if you choose, you have your journal or put in a chat, one word that drew you to this topic today. Two people can walk through the same door, into the same room, meet the same people, and leave with completely different experiences. One feels welcomed. One sees opportunity. The other sees threat. The difference is not the room. The difference is not the people. The difference is belief. In the invisible architecture of our lives, belief is the builder. Without overthinking it, what's one belief you were taught early in life about how the world works? Journal it or put it in the chat if you so choose. Even a single word tells a story about where you are right now. Long before action, long before habit, before outcome, belief is already at work. It's the unseen architecture, shaping the life we wake up to each day. At our core, we carry a storehouse of beliefs, ideas we've observed and absorbed about who we are, what the world is like, what's possible for us, and what is not. Many of these beliefs were formed early, quietly, and without our conscious consent. And here's a key insight. Most of the beliefs that are shaping our lives right now are operating below our awareness. We don't think about them. We think from them. Two people can walk into or drive into a crowded parking lot. One thinks, I'll never find a space. The other thinks, something will open up. Expectation is belief in motion. The only one who notices that a car is leaving is the one with expectancy. Have you ever noticed expectations shaping an outcome for you? Beliefs don't create reality through magic. They create reality through expectation, perception, and behavior. What you believe determines what you notice, what you ignore, what you attempt, what you avoid, what you interpret as success or failure. Your beliefs act like a filter. The beliefs decide what information even gets through to you. If you believe the world is generously supportive, you'll notice help, kindness, and synchronicity. If you believe the world is harsh or unsafe, you'll notice obstacles, rejection, and threat. The same world, different evidence. Because, say it with me, belief is the builder and expectation is the blueprint. Expectation is belief in motion. What you expect shapes how you show up, and how you show up shapes what happens next. If you expect rejection, you tend to guard yourself, hold back, misread neutral signals as negative. Withdraw before connection has a choice. And then when connection doesn't happen, the belief says, see, I was right. Not because it was true, but because it was rehearsed. This is how beliefs become self-confirming loops. We are always creating mental equivalents. It's what we do. And a woman committed to her spiritual path kept having blocked financial prosperity. She discovered a hidden belief. If I receive too much, I'll lose connection. If I prosper, I'll betray my spiritual values. That awareness was her resistance, and that resistance then began to dissolve with opportunities flooding in, not overnight, but receiving more regularly. Belief is the builder, and awareness hands you the blueprint. Finish the sentence. Part of me believes that if I receive more, I might, could be less gracious, could be any number of things that is personal to you in this experience. Prosperity is not a destination. And prosperity isn't something you chase. It begins in alignment. If you believe life is fundamentally supportive, ease flows. If you believe you must struggle to be worthy, ease feels suspicious. Have you ever asked yourself, why was that so easy? There must be something wrong here. As opposed to, wow, that's divine expression and I'm loving it. So what area of your life are you open to seeing more clearly right now? Might be one word, might be a paragraph. Share in the chat if you choose. Now, the most powerful beliefs are the quiet ones. The beliefs that shape us are rarely dramatic or philosophical. They're ordinary, quiet, and deeply practical beliefs like, I have to work hard to be worthy. There's never enough. People leave. I'm not good with money. It's safer not to hope too much. I'm responsible for everyone's feelings. In other words, my intent. I have to be aware of the impact. We rarely question these beliefs because they feel like facts, but they're not facts. They're conclusions, often drawn by a younger version of us, trying to make sense of the world. And those conclusions may have helped us once, but a belief that once protected you can later limit you. Beliefs are not truths, they're agreements. One of the most liberating realizations is this: a belief is not a truth, a belief is an agreement. An agreement you once made, consciously or unconsciously, about how life works. And any agreement can be revised. It's not imposed upon you. It's an invitation you've accepted, an agreement you've agreed to. This is where real change begins, not by forcing positive thinking, not by denying difficulty, but by becoming curious about the beliefs you've been living inside. When beliefs go unexamined, they quietly run the show. They choose the relationships we stay in, the risks we never take, the abundance we block, or the joy we postpone. But not at the Joy Gathering or at the Universal Joy Center. We don't postpone joy. We often think we're waiting for circumstances to change before we can feel safe, fulfilled, or abundant. But very often it's the belief that must change first, because belief is the builder. Many teachings, especially those aligned with thinkers like Wayne Dyer, remind us that prosperity and abundance is not primarily about accumulation, it's about recognition. Prosperity is not something you chase, it's something you allow. And what determines allowance? Belief. If you believe life is scarce, no amount of money will feel like enough. You'll feel like you're unsupported. No amount of success will feel secure. If you believe you are not enough, no amount of approval will satisfy. Prosperity begins when we recognize that abundance is not something we earn, it is something we align with. And alignment begins with belief. The moment you become aware of a belief, it loosens its grip. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to judge it. You don't even have to get rid of it immediately. You just have to see it. Ask, what must I believe for this situation to feel inevitable? What expectations am I carrying into this? Is this belief helping me expand or helping me stay small? Awareness is powerful because it restores choice. We are not our beliefs. This is crucial. We are not our beliefs. We are the awareness that holds them. Beliefs are learned. You are learning capable. And the moment you realize that, the builder can be redesigned. Choosing beliefs that build life isn't about adopting beliefs that sound nice. It's about choosing beliefs that are life-giving. Beliefs such as life responds to my willingness. I'm allowed to receive. There's more support than I've noticed. I don't have to see the whole path to take the next step. What I seek is also seeking me. Now, these beliefs don't deny reality, they engage it differently. They create expectations of oneness, of openness. Instead of fear, curiosity. Instead of control, trust. Relax and think this through. And let's go into a meditation. Settle comfortably. You can keep your eyes open or closed as you prefer. Relax your shoulders, release the tension that you may be carrying. Let it just slide off your body. Take a deep, deep breath. Release it slowly. You may even choose to say, ah. That too helps release the tension. Notice that if you release, you naturally engage the breath of the spirit breathing each of us. Release completely and inhale deeply. Releasing. Bring to mind a situation that feels stuck. Notice sensations in your body. Not moving into the sensations, but being the observer of those. Ask silently, what must I believe for this situation to feel the way it does? Allow words, images, or feelings to come without judgment. Do this in a few minutes of silence. Ask, is this belief still building the life I want to live? Say silently, thank you for how you've tried to protect me. Now soften the belief gently from this observer position, if it feels right for you to do so. See it being more ethereal, less definitive. See it having less intensity. In fact, it might even change colors, bring into your mind warming colors, nurturing colors. Place attention on your heart. Imagine gentle warmth. Affirm silently, I am open to beliefs that support life, trust, and ease. Absorb that. Take a moment to assimilate. As once again, you focus on your breathing. Gently, lovingly, allowing your attention to return to the room in which you are. Now, a closing reflection. Belief is the builder. This is not a demand to change, but an invitation to notice. Notice what you expect. Notice what you assume. Notice what you've been calling just the way it is, with some sort of resignation or acceptance. Perhaps it might be, this is the way I choose. And remember, belief is the builder, and you are allowed to choose what you build next. Belief is the builder. You are the architect. And the moment we become aware of what's been shaping our expectations, we step back into choice, not control, choice. And from that place, life has a way of meeting us differently. And so it is.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy, and um, Before we close, I want to name something gently and with a smile. If belief is the builder, then generosity is one of the ways we show life what we trust. Giving isn't payment, it's participation. It's us saying, I believe this matters. I believe in what's being built here. I believe there's enough. And if you don't feel moved tonight, no pressure at all. That's just information, not failure. But if you do feel a quiet yes, this is one of the ways belief becomes visible. So join me in repeating our abundance affirmation. As I give, so I receive. My good now flows to me in a steady, unbroken, ever-increasing stream of success, happiness, and abundance. I am blessed. Blessings abound for all life everywhere. I am grateful. And the ways you can give is you can do an e-transfer to admin@ujoyc.ca, or you can click donate on our website, ujoyc.ca. And you can also mail a check, and you'll find the address on our website, ujoyc.ca. And I have some announcements. We have many opportunities for you to join us. Classes, events, and general information can be found on the website, ujoyc.ca. Plus, it also houses the link right on the very front page for our Wednesday gatherings. Anyway, one such workshop that's being offered is intuition. And here's Nick to tell you a little more about it.
Okay, we just heard Reverend Sharon talk about belief, and my workshop is very much about believing in yourself. And I'm sure many of you do believe in yourselves. You do believe in yourselves, but I want to cultivate that, and I want to give you some tools. I want to help you cultivate your intuition and get a feeling for your personal power. And the way we're going to do it is first, I'll take you through some guided meditations. And in the guided meditations, there'll be opportunities to write, and you'll use those notes you've made for yourself to tell a story. And it's the story of yourself and how powerful you are. And I hope by then you're starting to get a feeling for how powerful you are. And tell us about the hero who is yourself. And I'll do an example to show you how to give you an idea how to do it. And then everyone will jump in and tell their hero story. And I encourage everyone who comes to it to think about some big thing you're bringing into your life. And if you don't have a big thing you're bringing into your life, anything that you're ambitious to do that will make your life better, be prepared with some objective and we'll work on it. And I am going to say that if you're thinking of taking the workshop Intuition and Personal Power by telling your hero story, please sign up by tomorrow. I don't really have enough people to go ahead with it. I'd like a couple more. So by tomorrow evening, I'd like to know how many people are in, and then I'll make a decision about whether or not to go ahead with it this weekend. It's Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock. When you sign up, you'll get an email with a Zoom link, and I'll be there. That's right, 2 by Zoom, and I'll be there a little bit early, so we can all just settle into the space. So, uh, the cost I'm asking for is $80, which is not too unreasonable. It goes to both myself and ujoyc. There is a pay what you want option, and really, I have no problem if anyone wants to take advantage of that if they have to. So decide how much you can pay for this, and um, I just want a little group there that's ready to explore the world of possibilities. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
And for those of you watching through Facebook or YouTube, please join us for questions and ahas on the Zoom link, which is in the chat. Now Sharon will give us the closing treatment.
Taking a deep breath, recognizing we are one with the one, realizing that we are always constantly immersed in the divine, and we are co-creative. And that co-creativity does not restrict us in choosing beliefs that may not support us. It offers invitations. It allows for us to choose, to change, to grow, to laugh, to dance with spirit. We are each enfolded in this divine as an individualized expression with the freedom to choose, to grow, the freedom to laugh, to dance with spirit, the freedom to dance. We are each enfolded in this divine as an knowing that this is the truth, that this is the opportunity, this is the invitation that spirit says, come, my beloved, would you like this? Would you like this? For I support you wholeheartedly in every way. Spirit cannot refuse. Spirit is one. And you are one with it, as it, co-creative by means of it. This is the opportunity each of us has to create that which serves us, that which empowers us, that which allows us to love unconditionally. And as each of us recognizes and shares the energy of this knowledge, there is a ripple effect that spreads from this joy gathering to the city in which we are, to the province, to the state, to the world, to the galaxy and beyond. So knowing that we are one with the one and that we get to choose, we celebrate. We give great gratitude. And under grace in perfect ways, this reveals itself as our lives, as the individualized expression of divine beauty that we are. I let it be so. I acknowledge, accept, and receive by declaring, and so it is. And now